Hey, how's everybody doing today? It's Thursday, and here we are for Facebook Live at 5. And I'm really excited that some of you are here already. Do you post your comments and questions or anything you have in our little comment box there, in the chat box, or whatever you want to call it today? But no, I really would love to hear from you. And I may not be able to answer your questions during this Facebook Live, but I will definitely get to them after it's all over. So feel free definitely to post some comments. So I'm going to get started, and I just again want to welcome you for taking your time out at 5 o'clock tonight in and just joining me for this wonderful chat. So here we go. There's been a question that's always asked of me, some from people who are in the business world, some from people who are my clients, and some from just wondering why do it. And one of the questions is why should we have a content calendar? And in particular, I'm talking about a social media content calendar. And I think there's a lot of important things that you have to think about when you're creating one and when you're doing. So I've been on both ends. One, I do have a content calendar, and there's lots of reasons why I do. And some of my clients that I work with, I encourage them to have one too, and it made my life so much easier. And to be honest with you, a content calendar, a social media content calendar, makes your life so much easier. So I want to explain why. Why is it important to have a content calendar? So the first thing is basically it's going to save you some time. And how I look at it is if you have it laid out all before you and what you're going to do each day and what you're going to post each day and when you're going to go live or when you're going to send out, for instance, an email blast. If you have that all before you, it's going to save you so much time. I mean, and that's really the key. It will actually, and it also shows you what's coming up. So, for instance, when I didn't have one, I was always spending the day of trying to figure out what I was going to do. So it was kind of like I even practiced this even for tonight's call. So for instance, tonight's Facebook Live, I should say, I literally planned this yesterday, what I was going to speak about today. So now I'm adding this whole Facebook Live concept into my calendar. And now I've laid out everything that I'm going to be saying for the next month or two. So I want to encourage you to do that because, again, it saves time. The other thing is that happens is that, like I said before, it's no more on the go marketing, no more on the go content, just trying to figure out, gee, what am I going to write today? What am I going to talk about today? What am I going to say today? What am I going to send out today? So remember that even with the littlest of things that you're going to be doing on social media, I encourage you to plan that out. The other thing I think it really does help with is strategy. And so let me give you an example of that. If I know, for instance, that somebody is going to be launching a new service or a new product, or, in my case, it's always a new service or a new program or a new DIY that you can do. Basically, if I know ahead of time that it's coming, I can make my content around that. And so it helps with the overall strategy. So like I know, for instance, each month I try to theme it a little bit. I've been I kind of changed it up a little bit because of what's going on today, what I needed to do. And that's why I decided that I think it's important to end my day. And for some of you who are watching this, it's about you're basically it's your middle of the day. So, for some of you also who are watching, it may be in the morning. So the bottom line is that if I know ahead of time what I'm going to be launching, what I'm going to be saying, it helps with my strategy because then I know what my call to action is going to be. So that's kind of really important to know. The next thing is that, and I really feel that it's the key to being organized. Because if you know what your content is for the next month or two, and I encourage you to do this, just try it out for 30 days. Sit down tomorrow morning or tonight before you go to bed, and on a calendar, just do it on your Google Calendar or on your iCalendar. Write what your topic is going to be each day. And then at least you'll know, gee, you wake up tomorrow morning, if you did it tonight, and say, oh, gee, I'm going to be talking about LinkedIn. Oh, gee, I'm going to be talking about procrastination. Oh, gee, I'm going to talk, whatever that may be that you're going to be talking about. I want you to see how much easier it is if you wrote that down, because you know what you're going to be looking for and you know what you're going to be saying. So with that being said, I hope this helps. I want to encourage you, and definitely drop a line below if you're going to do this. I want you to create a content calendar. Do it with me. Do 30, just try it out. Do it for 30 or maybe 60 days, whatever you feel like you want to try, and write out what your content's going to be. And you're going to find it's so much easier to be able to put out content and to figure out what your call to actions are going to be. So again, until tomorrow, I'm looking forward to ending the week with you tomorrow at 5, Facebook Live at 5. So have a great day. Bye-bye.